From Local 5, WFRV TV, this is Local 5 This Morning.
Good Monday morning, everyone. Thanks for joining us. I'm Nate Stewart. Green Bay police are looking for your help to locate 3 missing children. Amaria and Arshawn Alexander and Tremea Williams were last seen at Joannes Park in Green Bay at around 3:30 yesterday afternoon. The children are 11, 10, and 6 years old. If you have information that can assist in helping safely locate Amaria, Arshawn, or Tremea, please call 911 or contact the police. Keeping tabs on road conditions this morning. After all the snow that fell over the weekend, it has created some slippery driving conditions around the area. We have team coverage on your commute this morning from Green Bay and the Fox Valley with Local 5's Elsa Robbins and Donald Robinson. But first, we go to Elsa, who is live in Brown County with a check on the roads in this area. Good morning, Elsa.
Good morning, Nate. Yeah, we're here. I'm here behind the camera this morning, but we are here in Green Bay getting closer to Lambeau Field. You can see this roads are snow covered here this morning. We have already seen some people out shoveling this morning as well after several inches fell over the past couple of days. I also have seen plows out and about since before 3 o'clock this morning out there clearing the roads, but do give yourself some extra time on your morning commute. Do use extra caution, as well as several areas are still snow covered and slippery. Also, do stay with Local 5. We're going to be having updates on road conditions throughout the show this morning. Stay with us. Live in Brown County, Elsa Robbins, Local 5 This Morning.
Thank you, Elsa. And now with more on road conditions around the Fox Valley, we go to Local 5's Donald Robinson, who is live in Grand Chute with more. Good morning, Donald.
Good morning, Nate. Viewers will have to consider a few things as they get ready to prepare to go to work this morning or whatever they decide to do this morning. Before going out of the house, you may want to think about cleaning off your porch, your driveway, your sidewalk, and your vehicle. You really don't want to have to deal with a slip and fall, so cleaning those things up right away will be very important and safe for everyone. The secondary streets and neighborhoods were plowed last night, but there's a very thin layer of snow on them right now, so you have to be careful there. And the primary roads are getting more of the attention right now. The plows are out, so be aware of them and make sure that you give those guys plenty of space. We're going to have more as Elsa said, for you this morning on Local 5 This Morning throughout the day. Live in Grand Chute, Donald Robinson, Local 5 This Morning.
Thank you, Donald. And here's a live look at road conditions around northeast Wisconsin right now. Now, pink means slippery and blue means that the roads are snow covered. And as you can tell throughout Green Bay and Appleton, you head down south, they are snow covered still. A lot of those back roads still need some attention. So as those guys just mentioned this morning, take it easy on your commute. And the snow covered roads, and it caused problems for drivers. And one woman was seriously injured in an accident in Appleton. The Wisconsin State Patrol says that a woman driving onto the 441 ramp onto southbound I-41 yesterday lost control and slid into the path of a car around 2:30 in the afternoon. The woman was taken by helicopter to the hospital. The driver of the other vehicle was also sent to the hospital. I-41 was closed for nearly 2 hours.
Nate, weather on the 5s. Here we go. Talking about cold air that will be making its way into northeast Wisconsin over the next 24 hours. Already cold, but I'm talking about bone-chilling cold with wind chills well down below zero and to remain that way probably for 72 straight hours through the first hours of Friday. Got some snow tallies from yesterday, over 7 inches. Fond du Lac also further northward in Sturgeon Bay. Here in Green Bay officially at 5.3 inches. Got an additional coating in the overnight with some snow flurries that were ongoing around midnight shortly thereafter. Oshkosh at 5.2. Do we have any more snow in the forecast? Well, not in the immediate future, but down the road, perhaps Friday into Saturday, we've got to watch out once again. Nate, we'll have that full forecast coming up.
Thanks, Anthony. And news now from your local election headquarters. Today is the deadline for counties to finish recounting ballots from the presidential election. As of now, all northeastern Wisconsin counties are done. According to the Wisconsin Elections Commission, most counties are now done with results submitted except for Milwaukee. The deadline for the recount is tonight at 8 p.m. so the Wisconsin Elections Board can certify the results tomorrow. And the Packers came up big yesterday with a blowout win over the Seattle Seahawks. They are now in the driver's seat for a playoff berth as they improved to 7-6. Aaron Rodgers had a career day, throwing only 5 incompletions and 3 touchdowns. The defense also held up on their end, picking off Russell Wilson 5 times. The Packers would go on to win 38-10 and are still in 3rd place in the division, but only 2 games behind the Detroit Lions. Bert Griffin has the full highlights coming up later in sports. Coming up next, the South American government confiscates 5 million toys. See why. Plus, a scary moment in Michigan as a plane skids off the runway as it comes in for a landing. And we're checking out the road conditions around the Green Bay area with our DOT network cameras. As Elsa and Donald mentioned, there are still some snow-covered areas. Here at I-41, Wisconsin 172, looks like it's cleared off quite a bit. But as always, take your time, drive safe this Monday morning, everyone, and we'll be right back after this. Welcome back, everyone. Time to take a look at some of today's trending topics online. Well, we may have found the Grinch this Christmas, and he's actually located in South America. Take a look. Over the weekend, the Venezuelan government confiscated nearly 4 million toys that were in a distribution warehouse for one company. Now, the government says that the company was planning to sell the toys at inflated prices. The toys will now be available for under market prices to families with children that live in impoverished areas. However, business leaders and middle-class families are calling the president the Grinch because now toys will not be sold to many others, which hurts local businesses. Well, things got heated yesterday afternoon when the Denver Broncos played the Tennessee Titans. Titans receiver Harry Douglas made a controversial low block there on Chris Harris of the Broncos that actually injured him. And on the next play, Broncos corner Aqib Talib takes Douglas to the ground and starts a fight between the two teams as retaliation. However, the Titans would go on to win 13-10. And there's no reports of injuries after a passenger plane skid off the runway in Detroit yesterday afternoon. According to a statement from Delta Airlines, the plane went off the runway at a slow rate of speed after landing. It slid and got stuck in snow and mud. Dozens of passengers were escorted off the plane's back entrance. Airport officials are still investigating that incident. Coming up next, more live reports on road conditions around northeast Wisconsin. Plus, Donald Trump could name an oil company CEO as his next Secretary of State. And we're taking a live look at our Little Shoot Skycam, part of our High Five Skycam network. A bit mild out there, everyone, and enjoy it today because we get downright frigid later in this work week. Storm Team 5 meteorologist Anthony Dommel has more when we come back here on Local 5 this week. And after all the snow that fell over the weekend, it has created some slippery driving conditions around the area. And we have team coverage on your commute this morning from Green Bay and the Fox Valley with Local 5's Elsa Robbins and Donald Robinson. But first we go to Elsa, who is live in Brown County with a check on the roads in that area. Good morning, Elsa.
Good morning, Nate. Yeah, I'm behind the camera here this morning giving you guys a live look at the road conditions here in Brown County. We are here along I-41 heading northbound. We're going to be going towards I-43 north here very shortly. But you can see on the highway here right now, things are looking pretty good. It looks as though that plows came through here and roads are fairly clear. Of course, there are still some slippery stretches and some ice-covered stretches throughout the area. Do be careful on your morning commute. Give yourself some extra time. We were in some other areas earlier where there were some snow-covered roads, so it really changes depending on where you are. Once again, give yourself some extra time and do stay with us for some more live coverage of your morning commute and road conditions. Once again, stay with us. Live in Brown County, Elsa Robbins, Local 5 this morning.
More on roads around the Fox Valley. We head to Local 5's Donald Robinson, who is live in Grand Chute with more. Good morning, Donald.
Hey, Nate. There are more than 1,600 miles that have to be cleaned this morning throughout the townships here in Outagamie County. Right behind me here in Grand Chute, that's Highway 41. Many of the roads have been cleaned overnight, but there are still a thin layer of snow that has to be removed this morning. So with that said, people need to leave early if they have to be somewhere at a certain time. Pay attention to tailgating and following too closely to other vehicles as they come up to the stop signs. Now, here in Outagamie County, the Highway Department says that they want to make sure that people understand to stay at least 200 feet behind their trucks. Those trucks fully loaded are about 60,000 pounds, and trust me, You do not want to tangle with those things. You could get hurt. Live in Grand Chute, Donald Robinson, Local 5 this morning.
Thank you, Donald. And here's a live look at road conditions around northeast Wisconsin right now. Now, those pink areas, that means it's slippery out there, and blue means that the roads are still snow covered, while green means good driving conditions. And as you can tell in our viewing area around Green Bay and Appleton, a lot of those roads are still snow covered. You head up north towards Door County, also snow covered. So take it easy. As Donald said, give yourself 200 feet behind those plows and take your time. A lot of those secondary roads still need some attention. Just take your time, drive safe this morning, everyone. And now for a look at today's top national stories. President-elect Donald Trump is said to be moving closer to nominating ExxonMobil CEO Rex Tillerson as Secretary of State. The development comes amid calls from a bipartisan group of senators for Congress to investigate the CIA's assessment that Russia helped Trump get elected. Tillerson is known for his close connections to Russian President Vladimir Putin. And the verdict is in the murder trial of the man accused of killing retired New Orleans Saints star Will Smith. Late Sunday night, a Louisiana jury found Cardell Hayes guilty of manslaughter. The 29-year-old shot and killed Smith following a road rage incident in New Orleans. Well, the Packers turned around some bad recent history yesterday with a huge win over the Seattle Seahawks. Coming up next, Burke Griffin breaks down the entire game with reaction from Mike McCarthy and Aaron Rodgers. We'll be right back.